Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nema Style Yoga. Today, we're going to be practicing a slow flow class. No standing involved. This is very low effort. We're going to get into some deep stretches here. So, if you're ready to practice with us, grab your mat, maybe a block, and we can begin. Let's get started in a comfortable seated position. Maybe if you'd like, you can place a block underneath you, giving yourself a little bit more space in the hips. And just coming into the practice, you can place the hands on the knees, roll the shoulders back and down, find a lengthening in the spine, feel the root of the crown pulling up, chin slightly tucked to the chest, and if you feel comfortable, closing down the eyes. We'll start to turn inward, maybe noticing the sensations within your body or around you, the ducks playing in the lake, or the whistling of the leaves in the wind, and just letting it all go. Any thought that doesn't serve you, you can release with each exhale you take. Watching the breath flow naturally in and out. Feeling the belly expand on the inhale and releasing, exhale, watch it come down. Let's take one deep inhale together and exhale, let it go. Let's go one more. Deep inhale through the nose. This time exhale, sigh out the mouth if you wish. Letting it go. You may open your eyes and gently taking the block underneath you, if you placed it there, we can put it to the side. Finding a comfortable seat here, we can place the hands on the knees. Inhale, pushing the chest forward, opening it to the sky. Exhale, rounding the back, chin tucked to chest. So we're doing our seated cat-cows. Inhale, opening the chest, pushing it to the sky. Exhale, rounding the back, chin tucked to chest. A few more here, flowing with your own breath. Just really trying to open the chest up to the sky and finding a rounding as you go within. I invite you to close down the eyes and find your own expression here, finding what works for you. And when you're ready, gently releasing back through center. Inhale, looking over the right shoulder, gently turning the head. Exhale, release back to center. Inhale, looking over the left, just gentle twist. Exhale, back to center one more time, each side. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. And we'll come to a child's pose. So when you're ready, walking your hands, bringing your hips back to the heels. Chest can come to the knees, or you can come to an open knee child's pose, just finding what's comfortable for you. Letting the forehead melt down on the mat. Maybe the chest melts down on the mat as well. And just really letting everything melt down. Just letting it melt. Feeling yourself being held by the ground beneath you. Feeling the breath flowing in and out. And just really melt here. Fully melting into the ground. There's nothing more you need to do except be here right now. Let's take one deep inhale in. Exhale, you can sigh it out, open mouth. On the next inhale, lifting the head, looking between the fingertips. Slowly, we're going to start to bring the fingertips forward to find our puppy pose. You want to bring your hips just above the knees, and once you're there, bringing the chest all the way down to the mat. For a modification, you can place your forehead on the mat. If you'd like to go a bit deeper and you feel that your shoulders are pretty open, you can place the chin down on the mat. Feeling the opening in the chest, in the back of the shoulders. Let's go for 2 breaths here in your own timing. Let's take one deep inhale together. Exhale, sigh it out. We'll take the weight into the left arm. We'll lift the right arm up, opening it to the sky. And when you're ready, thread the needle. Placing the right onto the left. And you have a few options here. You can keep the left hand for support beside your face, maybe opening it to the sky, or maybe even finding a half bind. Trying to grab the inside of your right thigh. This is completely up to you with how deep you want to go here. And remember, it's okay if each side will be different. Placing the weight on the right shoulder. Just really letting yourself melt, just completely melting down to the mat, to the ground. Two cycles of breath here, in your own timing. Together, let's take a deep inhale in. Exhale, you can sigh it out. We'll take the left hand beside the face as we untuck the right arm and place it back out flat. We'll go for the other side, lifting the left arm up, opening to the sky, and when you're ready, threading the needle. Placing the left arm underneath the right. Again, you have a few options. With your right hand, you can place it beside your face, maybe opening to the sky, or even finding a half bind, grabbing the inner left thigh. And just see what more can you let go of to let yourself surrender to the mat, to let yourself completely melt down. Can you just completely melt? Can you completely let go? Release, surrender. Deep inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Let's go for 2 cycles of breath in your own timing. When you're ready, placing the right hand beside you, we'll untuck the left hand, come up on your forearms. So we're on our knees and our forearms. I want to go for some rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, dropping the belly, dropping the chest, lifting the collarbones. Exhale, rounding the back, looking at your belly button. Beautiful. Inhale, dropping the chest, dropping the belly, looking up high. Exhale, rounding the back. Chin tuck to chest. One more time. Inhale, chest down, looking up. Exhale, rounding the back. Chin tuck to chest. And release back to center. We'll walk our hands forward to find our Sphinx position. On our forearms, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, bringing the chest all the way down, melting down on the mat. The forehead can rest down. We're going to take the left knee out. So the left knee is at 90 degrees with the hip. Placing the right hand beside us, we'll take the left arm up, finding a twist. And when you're ready, threading the left arm under the right. So we're placing the weight on the left shoulder. The left cheek is down on the mat. We're finding a little bit of a twist here within the body. This position is really great for digestion and for an overall body stretch. Alternatively, if this is too much for you, you can do without the arm twist and just keep the leg out. Maybe this hip opening is already enough for you. Let's go for 2 cycles of breath here. Taking a deep inhale, filling up the body with air. And exhale, we'll place the right hand beside to untuck the left arm, coming on the forearms and gently bringing the left leg back. Let's go for the other side, bending the right knee, bringing the right knee to the hip height and foot underneath at 90 degrees. When you're ready, threading the right arm underneath, placing the right cheek on the mat. Just really surrendering, letting your body completely melt down here. Alternatively, you can go without the arm, just finding what works for you here. Just see what can you do inside to make more space outside. What can you do today to give yourself that space? Let's take a deep inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. Gently placing the left hand down. We'll come back up on the forearms, finding our Sphinx, gently bringing the right leg back. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, bringing the chest all the way down on the mat. We'll place the hands beside the chest, tuck the toes, pushing back to our child's pose. Taking a moment in our narrow kneed child's pose. The arms can be in front, or if you'd like a more restorative option, you can take the arms beside you. Another option, maybe interlacing the fingertips behind your back with the tops of the hands on your back, letting the elbows hang down. This is a really nice stretch for the shoulders. And just see, can you really let yourself melt? Can you just surrender? Inhale. And exhale, release the hands if they were clasped. We'll place them beside us and making tents with the fingertips, gently we'll push up, coming to sitting on our heels, So you have a few options. You can sit on your heels or just find a comfortable seated position. Walking the left arm out beside you, right arm comes up, and when you're ready, melting over to the left. So I'm pushing down with my right hip, opening the chest to the sky. And gently release back through center. Walk the right hand over to the right, left arm comes up, and when you're ready, melt over. Can you find a deepening here? Let's release. One more time each side, left hand walks out, right arm comes up and over. And gently release. Let's go over to the right. One more time here. Push your left hip down, keep the chest open to the sky. And gently release back through center. Take your feet out in front of you, coming down, sitting, giving our legs a shake. Making sure you're sitting on the sitting bones. Feet are flexed. On the inhale, we're going to find length in the spine. Exhale, start to walk your hands forward. And you can have a bend in the knees here and just see how far forward you can go. Every day the practice looks different, and that's perfectly fine. We're just going to stay for 2 cycles of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, gently walking the hands back as you release. Push yourself a little bit forward in your mat so you can come all the way down line. Rolling down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. And once you've made it down here, hugging your knees to the chest, you can give them a rock. Maybe going side to side or maybe drawing little circles. Whatever suits you today in your practice. Giving yourself a nice little massage in the lower back. We'll take each hand to each knee and open up the knees. So coming into a preparation for a happy baby. Can you push your knees down to the ground with your hands? Feeling the opening in the inner thighs. When you're ready, make your way to happy baby. You can potentially grab the shin or the outside of the feet, bringing the feet up in the air with your hands pushing the feet down to the mat, trying to roll the tailbone down to the mat as well. You can stay still or you can rock from side to side, maybe even stretching out one leg and then the other. That's completely up to you. Taking a few breaths in this happy baby, opening up the groin and the inner thighs, and gently releasing the feet, hugging the knees back into the chest, bringing the feet down to the mat. We'll open up the knees and bring the feet together. So if this is too intense for you, try bringing your feet further away from you. This is quite a deep hip opening in our reclined butterfly here. If you'd like to go deeper, you can take your hands and push your knees down, or just lay your hands beside you. Now from here, if you'd like to go into Shavasana, I invite you to pause this video and continue in your own timing. Otherwise, we will slowly make our way back up to seated, taking your hands on the outside of your thighs, bringing the knees back together, hugging the knees into the chest, and rolling back and forth a few times to find your way up to seated. Again, finding a comfortable seated position, rolling the shoulders back, closing down the eyes. You can take the hands to heart center. Hey you, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to check out more or support this channel, you can check out my Patreon or my other socials at Nema Style Yoga, where you can find more content and support this channel, join this community. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.